those people that have never visited my channel before. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, this is Tina from tinahills.com, bringing to you after ages the eclipse update. It's a very important eclipse, so I just had to come by and do this video, do this live. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and let's get straight to the facts. I've got tons of channeled notes, some tarot reading with that. But before I begin, let me just announce that on Facebook that I am live. So some of my followers, people who are interested, because I've been getting a lot of messages about doing these eclipse videos that I actually had stopped, not eclipse, full moon, new moon videos that I had actually hi, it's been a while and I have missed you, Luca. So welcome everybody. It's gonna be, I am so glad to see you. I'm just writing a quick message. I'm live now, guys, on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm going to begin and I'm going to give you a really hardcore expose on what's going on, because this is in Krittika Nakshatra. And as you know, Krittika Nakshatra is the birthplace of Uchishta Ganpati. So it is almost like his energy is extremely powerful right now, extremely powerful. And we'd be unwise to not know about it, to not use it, and to just let it go. So before I begin, Hasti Pisasi Likhe Swaha is his mantra. The other mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Kadamsraya Hasti Mukhaya Lambodharaya Uchishta Mahatmaneyam Krom Ring Gam Khege Swaha. So this is in Krittika Nakshatra. It's at 26 degrees of Taurus in the tropical sign, Western tropical astrology. And also in Vedic astrology, it's still in Taurus, but it's at 3 degrees of Taurus. And what do we know about 3 degrees of Taurus? We know that it is the ultimate exaltation of the moon. And the moon is, hello, and the moon right now stands at 3 degrees of, tell me, Taurus, inside real system. Okay, so now before and it's conjunct the fixed star Algol. I have a lot to talk about Algol, and it's also conjunct the asteroid Sedna. And of course, I'm going to get to that too. But we've just got a lot of ground to cover, so let's not waste any time and let's get right down to the last lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse expose. Now, the first things first is that an eclipse of this length and this mammoth duration has not happened since 1444, so about the 15th century. So we've not had this kind of long partial eclipse, lunar eclipse, since the 15th century. And slowly as we understand the energy of this eclipse, I also have my tarot ready, because with each aspect what we are going to do is we are going to pull some cards so they'll better help you navigate. I have many other videos to make and I'm going to tell you all about that. Of course, I have my 2022 general predictions coming up. I don't know if I will be able to do that today, because this video by itself is going to be quite long. So join in, everybody. And now I am going to begin. So this is Kartik Purnima in the month of Kartik. Okay. And now we have to understand that the Sun and Mercury are in Vishakha Nakshatra in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, 3 degrees of Scorpio, right? And the moon is opposite at 3 degrees of Taurus. We know that the moon is exalted in Taurus and the moon is in fall position in Scorpio, right? Now, and Vishakha Nakshatra is ruled by Jupiter. Now, I have already explained to many of my clients how Jupiter has been moving at a very quick pace. for the last few years. And when Jupiter moves at such a quick pace, Jupiter tends to act and react more as a malefic. Okay, and Jupiter is blessings, and Jupiter is ultimately our good luck, the wheel of fortune. So when Jupiter is generally acting as a malefic for the masses, this can be quite problematic, especially when counting our blessings, Jupiter heavy people and all of that. Okay, and Jupiter, for anybody, if Jupiter is becoming a malefic, then that can herald problems. But let's understand a bit more. And Ketu is in Anuradha Nakshatra. Hello. Ketu is in Anuradha Nakshatra. Anuradha Nakshatra is in Scorpio and ruled by Saturn. Okay, ruled by Saturn, and Mars is in Swati Nakshatra. Swati Nakshatra being the exaltation of Saturn, and Mars is in Swati Nakshatra, very, very close to Ketu. Right, now we know that Moon and Rahu are both in Krittika Nakshatra. I really want to make a video of Rahu and Ketu moving through Krittika Nakshatra, but I have not had the time literally to do that. But I'll tell you a bit about this. So this Rahu and the Moon together in Krittika is causing the eclipse. Okay, this eclipse that we're experiencing, this long duration that we have not experienced since the 15th century. Okay, now the other thing is that Jupiter is in Dhanishta, which is in Capricorn, and we know that Jupiter is aspecting this lunar eclipse, squaring. So that's called aspecting. Okay, it's aspecting in sidereal Taurus. Right, and now Venus is in Purva Ashadha and Saturn is in Shravana. I've already made a video of Saturn in Shadi through Shravana retrograde, so check that out. You'll get a lot of information about the nakshatra, about how Saturn reacts and all of that. Now, as I said that both these planets, Venus and Saturn, are actually not actively engaged in the eclipse through aspect, but of course through rulerships and dispositions, and we'll get to that. Now, cold and dry climate will prevail. Why? Because this is in Taurus, and Taurus is dry in earth. And of course, there will be earthquakes. Today, I do see earthquakes of quite great magnitude today, tomorrow. But don't forget that this eclipse point of this 3 degrees of Taurus is again going to be activated by Mars. I'll get to that. So there'll be loss of money because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And of course, it's about material possessions, finances, love, money and all that mojo, right? The good things in life, the fine things in life that we all want. We all want it, right? Now, the thing is that that is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Now, cold, dry climate, as I said, earthquakes, volcanoes, also loss of money and extinction of certain species. Okay, certain species are going extinct with this eclipse. Increase in virus. Yes, all those people wanting coronavirus update. Coronavirus has been lying low, but this is the time, this is the eclipse. And of course, Moon with Rahu, Rahu is all about viruses, virology, eclipse, and corona. So corona is definitely going to be on the rise. Cases are going to be on the rise again. There will possibly be lockdowns again next year, if not this year itself. But for coronavirus, this is really again another timestamp. This eclipse is literally another timestamp. So mark that, be safe, right? Untimely rainfall. I don't know if it's been happening with you guys, but Bombay has been raining like crazy, like it's monsoon or something, and we literally don't know where this is coming from. So that's something. And we've got Moon in Taurus with Rahu, and I've told you how Rahu and the Moon are very interesting. Rahu is the nodal axis, and that's of the Moon, the 2 points, the nodes of the Moon. And with Rahu and the moon, there's always some kind of hunger. Rahu is decapitated, only head, okay? So literally Rahu is always hungry for more. And when conjoined with the moon, this could signal that, you know, we're hungry for emotions, we're hungry for acceptance. Mother could feature heavily, always in lunar eclipses. It's almost like the energy of the mother comes alive in some way or the other, no matter what house it affects you in. Now, sun is in Scorpio with Ketu, and Mercury is also in Scorpio in Vishakha, combust. So that means a combust Mercury is definitely adding fuel to this coronavirus infection, because of course we saw that with Mercury's retrogradation last year, we had a ton of corona cases surging. So this is quite important, this eclipse. Be safe, guys, because of course it is conjunct the fixed star Algol. I will get to that, but let us understand this a bit more. Krittika Nakshatra rules face and neck, so complications, especially if this is your 6th whole sign house, complications could arise with the health, even if it's your 1st house, okay? 8th house, a lot of psychological complications could arise. 12th house, you know, complications with addiction and stuff like that, or incarceration if there's something like that pending on your head. Now, the eclipse begins at 1:30 a.m. Bombay time and ends at 4:29 a.m. on the 20th, long duration. And this is a Shukla Paksha eclipse, right? 5:15 a.m. to 5:59 is the Brahma Muhurta. Now we know in the Brahma Muhurta is known as the time of the Brahmin. That simply signifies that it's a time for deep yoga, deep meditation, deep tantra, or whatever it is that you do. It is a time to get deep into your spiritual practices. So Brahma Muhurta is 5:11 a.m. to 5:59 a.m. Keep that in mind. It is, and who rules Krittika Nakshatra? Of course, I am going to dissect Krittika Nakshatra for you one more time. It is because I've already done, why do I say one more time? It's because I've already done Krittika Nakshatra for you, but I'm still going to talk about it, and I'm of course going to talk quite a bit about Algol, because this eclipse is conjunct Algol, decapitation, you know, Medusa's head that Perseus decapitated. And of course he didn't look at Medusa, he sort of looked at her reflection in his shield, and thereby he was able to decapitate Medusa's head. And of course, I don't want to get into Algol right now. Let me concentrate on the Vedic. We will get to the Western astrology very soon. So now what happens is that Sun rules Krittika Nakshatra, and Krittika Nakshatra has Dahana Shakti. What is Dahana Shakti? Burning and purification. Purification through burning is Dahana Shakti. Every single nakshatra has its own Shakti, okay? So we see that we have Dahana Shakti in this scenario. So burning away, what you need to burn away, what you don't need to deal with, okay? Hello, what you don't need to deal with, what you just need to let go, you know, all of that stuff is heavy. So burning away. Now, I've already told you that Krittika Nakshatra is in the Pleiades. So we've got the Pleiades activation till, of course, the moon moves into Rohini Nakshatra, and that's something else. But we've got a pretty, check your local timings for that, but we've got a full Pleiades portal that's been open for the last couple of days, if not more. And Krittika Nakshatra is known as the cutters, and the symbol of Krittika is a knife or a kukri or a razor. Kukri is those, you know, Nepalese knives. They're really fancy and really hardcore, and they're actually collector's items now. Kukris are very popular, especially even with a lot of Westerners know about kukri, because, you know, of course, a lot of them go and they go to Everest and all of that. So yeah, so kukri, and of course knives, scissors, All of these, anything that cuts away, anything that burns away as well, Dahana Shakti, remember that. Now, Krittika comes from Kartan, which means to cut, to divide, and also Kirti, which means accomplishment. So there is, of course, a lot of, and Taurus is all about accomplishment. No matter what they say, the Taurus is, into sensualism more, sensuality more. Whatever they say, remember the Taurus is about achievement. Okay, they love achieving. Now, who is the god of Krittika Nakshatra? The Devata. Each Nakshatra has a Devata. So, who is the Devata of Krittika Nakshatra? It is Agni, none other than fire. Thereby, Dahana Shakti, which is the power of Krittika. Right? So, now we have, that's why I even came up with a nice little mantra for you guys that I'm going to give you. And then mantra is Om Agne Namaha, Om Agne Namaha, which is of course paying obeisance or paying an ode to fire. Now, all those people who do homams at home, all my students, if some of you are watching, people who have taught to do homam at home, homam at home, sounded funny. Yeah, but it's a good day for you to do a homam, especially Uchishta Ganpati homam with Ashtadravya, which I've already told you that Ganpati homams are mostly done with Ashtadravya, 8 articles that are sacred to Uchishta Ganpati, because this is his birthplace, Krittika Nakshatra, believe it or not. And today is going to be, this eclipse is going to be a time when this information of Uchishta Ganpati seeps down to us. Uchishta Ganpati is the 8th form of Ganpati, Tantric Ganpati, the most powerful Ganpati. I mean, of course, all Ganpati forms are powerful. It's like me dressing up in a gown one day, or me dressing up in a sari, which is more powerful. Both are powerful. They're both part of me, right? So Uchishta Ganpati is a Tantric Ganpati. And let me tell you something, that today oblations in the fire, just by saying Hasti Pisasi Lige Swaha, and even if you don't have 11 things, you can just do it, Ashtadravya, 8 things. You can just do it with turmeric, fennel seeds and mustard seeds, and you can hold them in your hand and you can say Hasti Pisasi Lige Swaha, and you can offer it to the fire. Okay, any kind of fire magic, candle magic, all of this is very, very powerful today. So don't forget that. And now here we have, of course, this eclipse happening in Krittika Nakshatra. Now I'm going to go back again a bit to the lunation itself. And then, of course, yes, Om Agneya Namaha. And then again, I'm going to hop over to Krittika Nakshatra so you understand what, and of course, we have alcohol and my little expose on alcohol. So now, hello. Whoa, I'm so happy you're back. Thank you. Now we have, so I told you about Om Agne Namaha, Om Agne Namaha, Om Agne Namaha. Now, you can use crystal malas for this. Although Uchishta Ganpati loves lotus beads. So lotus beads would be very powerful because, of course, Uchishta Ganpati is supremely powerful. His power is fire. So, even by doing Om Agne Namaha Hasti Pisasi Lige Swaha, or you say Hasti Pisasi Lige Swaha Om Agne Namaha. Okay, this is joining 2 mantras together, okay. Now, I have told you that a mantra usually has 5 shoots, okay. A shoot signifies the emergent attitude with which the mantra terminates. So, we've got the body of the mantra has seed syllables and the name of the deity, right. And the sadhak's disposition or orientation with regards to the deity is how the mantra will end, right? And this is Pallava. Now, I've already told you that when you are doing homam, you say Swaha mostly. When you are invoking a deity, you say Namaha, right? And certain Dakshinacharas believe that women are not even supposed to say Om, right? They say Namaha mostly. Now, the thing is, without Pallava, a mantra is naked. So, you say Om Agne. You can't say Om Agne. You have to say Om Agne Namaha. Okay, you're cementing, you're closing the circle, for those who better understand that terminology, okay? Yeah. Now, the 5 shoots are Namaha. Namaha is prostration. Okay, like when you say Om Agne Namaha, that means you offer prostrations to the deity of fire. Now, Swaha is an offering. That's why when we are doing Havan, when we are doing any kind of fire rituals, we say Swaha. That means we are offering that particular thing, that color or that scent or that vibration or that energy of that whatever particular thing that we are offering. We have Vaushat, which is seeking protection. So if you are really scared today and if you seek protection, then you will say Om Agne Vaushat. Okay, and Hum is eliminating the forces, is elimination forces. So Hum is mostly Tara when we say Om Hum Fat. I've already made a video on that, you can check that out. And Hum usually eliminates evil forces or dark forces. Okay, so if you're saying, if you're like being possessed or if you're having some kind of your negative entity on you, saying Om Agne Hum means you eliminate that particular evil that's surrounding your life. And Fat is urge to drive away obstacles, right? Fat, I showed you how the Nath Sampradaya people do Fat. Okay, I mean, not that they invented it, but they use it a lot. So this is how a mantra is ended. It ends, how mantra is to be ended. So Om Agne Namaha, prostration. Om Agne Swaha, offering. Om Vashat is protection, and Hum and Fat, all obstacles and elimination of dark forces. So key to this is remembering what you want from the deity and how to invoke it. So remember this. Now we've got the second pada. Of course, this happens at 3 degrees 20, so 340 or something. So 320, I don't know. So let's round it off at 3. This is pada 2 Capricorn Navamsa. Krittika exemplifies that fire that I was talking to you about. The sun is fiery, Mars is fiery, right? But Krittika Nakshatra exemplifies the sun's wrath. The sun's wrath, okay? Sun is higher intelligence. When we think about Mars and his wrath, we tend to think differently. But when we think about the sun's wrath, right? All these CME ejections, not necessarily wrath, but you know, we humans tend to have quite a closed idea of what wrath is. But think of Krittika Dahan Shakti as the pinnacle of sun's wrath, not the Martian wrath, okay? Now, Venus is, of course, a very important player in dispositions. Why? Because this is Taurus, after all. You know, she may not be involved in aspects, but she is the ruler of Taurus. Who rules Taurus? Venus, right? In both systems, Vedic and tropical astrology. So we have Venus, we have Sun. Sun rules Krittika Nakshatra, and we have Saturn because the Navamsa is Capricorn Navamsa. So we've got Venus, Sun, Saturn. Now, the Sun is mortal enemies with both Venus and Saturn. So remember, this is pretty conflicted. This sort of exemplifies, when you look at the interaction of each of the planets, this sort of exemplifies the energy that is coming out today. You know, the Sun's wrath, Saturn's coldness of this Capricorn Navamsa. However, 3 degrees of Taurus is the moon's ultimate exaltation. The moon's ultimate exaltation is 3 degrees of Taurus, right? This particular pada. Now, Sun is not comfortable with Venus and Saturn. Saturn's not comfortable with the Sun. He's comfortable with Venus. They're friends. But, you know, there's this kind of violent energy that seeps through. And it's an exceptionally long eclipse. Exceptionally long eclipse. There's a violent T-square happening with Uranus in Aries opposite Mars in Swati Libra. Both are squaring Saturn. And Uranus and Saturn exact square is on December 24th. So, you know, we are kind of leading to that, oh my God, this really antsy energy is coming through. It's because of this T-square and the involvement of Uranus and Saturn again coming together for their last exact square. Okay, Now Uranus in Aries, don't forget, in the Vedic calculations, is going to rabble rouse Saturn and Capricorn. Okay, it's like, this is not happening, this is not it, this is not correct, that's not correct. Uranus is Prajapati. So Uranus is ready to disrupt Saturn's, oh so steady vibe in Capricorn. I guess Saturn needs a bit of this energy from Prajapati before he moves into Aquarius, and then the world as we knew it changes forever. It is changed already. Yeah, of course. Yes, yes. T-squares are more common than yods for sure. Now we have Uranus in Aries. Of course, Pluto is trine the moon. So yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy because Pluto is the unconscious, and Pluto is everything that we bury, deep power, oligarchs, secrets, scandals, all of that is Pluto, and it's trining the moon. And of course Algol, because the moon is exactly conjunct Algol. So here we've got this kind of like, I don't know if words could express it, because how do you explain Pluto trine the moon conjunct Algol, conjunct Rahu in Krittika Nakshatra. It's sometimes like, words don't exist to explain astrology. However, Pluto dredges up the unconscious. The moon is our conscious mind. Rahu's hungry, subversive. Rahu pushes us, moves us, shoves us. So it's going to be quite a violent energy. Outbursts are very possible. And the thing to remember with Pluto trine the moon is there is also a lot of healing offered. Trines are always not good or great, like, oh my god, it's a trine, it's just yay, let's just enjoy the trine. No, trines can be very problematic as well. Okay, so not to say that trines are literally always going to be good. It doesn't mean that. Okay, now so Pluto trine the moon conjunct Algol, it's going to be pretty deep. Deep. If deep is a word to express this, thank you. I botched my makeup today, so I don't know how I'm looking cute. I totally botched my makeup, and the lights are not really even placed correctly, so it's kind of making my skin look patchy, but you guys have seen a lot worse, I'm quite sure. So we're just gonna have to roll with that, because what else can we do right now? We're just gonna have to roll with that. I botched my makeup today, but it's okay. Now, as I was saying, this Pluto trine the moon, Rahu and Algol is gonna be and healing, okay, like very healing if you allow it, allow your mind to heal you. If you just let go, Krittika Nakshatra, the cutters, it cuts away what's not necessary. So you need to do is let go. Okay, that's going to be very powerful for those of us that know how to let go, and for those of us holding on, thank you, holding on to things we don't need. That's just literally, and Pluto hates that. And Pluto trine the moon and Rahu, it's not going to stand, it's not going to stand. So just let it go, just cut it out, literally. So this Jupiter is involved in a T-square with the Sun and the Moon and Rahu and Ketu. Okay? My God, my name is Tina Heals. Don't forget to check out my website, www.tinaheals.com. Now, Jupiter has very low dignity, okay? Very low dignity in Capricorn, very low dignity because he is at the edge of the sign. Very edge of Capricorn, he's ready to move into Aquarius. So that's something. It's going to be, already at the end of a sign, edge of a sign. It's not the most powerful placement for Jupiter. We've seen a lot better days than this. So Jupiter is moving at that really super quick speed. So that's kind of, something. Now, according to 16 Shodasha Vargas, Jupiter's dignity is lowest. Okay, is lowest in this longest partial eclipse since 15th century. And this eclipse, believe it or not, is 6 hours and 19 minutes or 1 minute, I don't know, 6 odd hours. Okay, strongest duration 3 hours 28 minutes. And in the Western Western zodiac, we have this at 27 degrees of Taurus, which obviously automatically becomes decan 3 of Taurus. So this is pretty simple because Taurus is the first of the earth sign. So first decan Taurus triplicity, second decan Virgo triplicity, third decan Capricorn triplicity. So here we have one more time Capricorn. Thank you. So we have a Capricorn triplicity here, and of course don't forget this is in Capricorn Navamsa in the Vedic. Yes, I am from India. So yes. So it is. So it's a double Saturn again. Do you see why? Because this is in the Western system. This is Capricorn triplicity, decan 3 of Taurus. And in the Vedic system, this Navamsa is Capricorn Navamsa Pada 2 of Krittika. So bam, you see how things fit together, That's when you know both the systems and you can glean all the similarities and you can be like, oh wow, that's similar. So Saturn is ruler by triplicity as well as Navamsa. Great. Right? You would know that if you didn't know both the systems. So it's always good to know both the systems, right? Now, Moon is conjunct Algol. But before I go, let me blab on a bit about Krittika Nakshatra. I have to say to you guys, I have achieved nothing. Why? What do you mean I have achieved nothing? What does that mean? That I have achieved. How do you know what I have achieved? So we are going to say that the Western name of Krittika is Pleiades, right? Etatori, and the Lord is the Sun. The body part is head of Kalpurusha. I've told you guys head of Kalpurusha, mostly face, and if you have any kind of complication with the face and the jaws, that could show. Okay. Wow, why are you insulting me on my live? If you think I have achieved nothing, why are you watching this live? Now, I don't want to have to go and block you, but please, stay away, right? I have no time for people like you. What I have achieved is entirely not your business, right? I mean, I could block you right now, hide user from channel, but don't talk anymore, right? I don't want to block anybody. Now, let's get straight back to the update. Now we've got nature of Krittika Nakshatra is Rakshasgan. So I said Devgan, Rakshasgan, Manushyagan. So Krittika is Rakshasgan as in demonic nature, right? With a burning karma. Okay, with a burning karma, right? I mean, honestly, I don't think it was a sister. K. Patel, was it a sister? Oh yeah, it was. I thought it was a man. But anyway, shadow Purusha sadhana. Please, can you not, comment on this? Because I'm just gonna hide user from channel. I love that. Okay. All deleted messages. I mean, I don't know why people come to other people's lives and then they start saying absolutely irrelevant things, right? Absolutely irrelevant things. But let us get back to what we were talking about. Moon is exalted here. Now, nature is Rakshasa, right? And we have the story of Murugan. Murugan or Kartikeya. Believe me, life is pretty sad sometimes when you, oh my god, I think you guys can see my makeup kit. Okay, I'm going to move it away. Whoops. Oops. Okay, now let me get back. Now enough. Murugan was raised by 6 sisters. Okay, the Krittikas, and thus became Kartikeya. I've got a lot of videos on Mars actually coming up, so interesting. But Mangal rules the Mesha Rashi, the Aries side, but we are now in the Taurus side. So we've got hardcore Venusian influence here, right? Incendiary nature, right? Incendiary nature can cause fires. As I said, that expect fires. Be careful in your house while you're doing your eclipse ritual. Problems could happen. Right now, we've got you guys can still see that? Okay. Now, Krittika is ruled by Shukra, is by the sun, right? And the Taurus side is ruled by Shukra. Shukra is Om Drang Dring Drong Sa Shukraya Namaha. So that's a bead you definitely can use to awaken Venus energy. Now Krittika changes form by burning, Dahana Shakti. So all kinds, light a diya today the whole time. Don't forget that. Okay. And however, today the energy can be quite scathing. And don't forget Mercury is combust. So this energetically it could be scathing and feel like, sarcasm, very hypercritical, hyper aggressive, angry, stubborn. All of this can happen. Now this is actually is 24th of the 108 Nakshatra Navamsas, okay? And this is a Pushyakara Navamsa, highly auspicious, which is Krittika Pada 1 and Meena Pada 3. I've told you guys this. So we are not in Krittika Pada 1. So we are not literally in that highly auspicious Navamsa because we are in Pada 2. So we've got to deal with the conflict of Saturn and Sun, right? So that's something. Headaches can happen today. Any kind of viral infection can happen. I am so grateful for you too. Now the thing is that when you try to understand Krittika, right, Kritika's energy, always think of a Venus. If you have a Venus and Sun and Saturn conjunction in your natal or progress chart, that could do it in any of the Navamsa charts. So you may need to appease the sun. So doing any kind of sun ritual when the moon is in Krittika Nakshatra can be very vital. Waking up in the morning with the sun's rays. Okay, so that could be very, very good for you guys. Now the thing is, now let's get back to alcohol because I don't want to start like non-stop talking about however, one thing I want to definitely add here is that the stars in Pleiades or in Krittika are called the rainy stars. And I told you that Uchishta Ganpati is Jal Tattva, he's actually fire Tattva, but Ganpati is Jal Tattva. So ruled by the sun, Jal becomes like fire. Very interesting. And so always remember that these are called rainy stars. Oh wow, Krittika Padavan, as I was just mentioning, is a very auspicious pada, very auspicious pada. So all the best to you. Looks like, something good's going to happen to you in life. It's very auspicious depending upon the planets, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. I stopped my life for so long. I'm back after ages. Okay, now let us understand alcohol a bit better. I've got some notes on alcohol that I have channeled. I already made a video on alcohol. So if you have not seen that, please see it. Moon conjunct alcohol is known as the most destructive fixed star in the skies. Okay, and the moon conjunct alcohol actually causes decapitation. We know about Medusa's decapitation, right? We know that. And violent deaths, accidents, injuries, destruction, misfortune, sickness, failure, violent enemy confrontation, meteorological phenomena, brutality, mob violence. So the effects of this eclipse is not going to be immediate. Now, Mars goes over this eclipse point from December 5th to 11th. So expect some of this, some of the stuff that's brewing inside, expect it to release at that point. If you're like, okay, this eclipse, it didn't do much, doesn't mean it won't. It still can do quite a bit of damage, okay? So check that out. Dates to mark on your, wow, that is so amazing. Dates to mark for Sun is, oh my God, I just started sharing it on LinkedIn. So want to share on Facebook so some people could gather on the live. I so miss not being able to do more lives. Join me should be a good message. Yeah, my social media people. Okay, let's get going. Hello. So I already explained to you brutality effects are not going to be immediate. So expect something from December 5th to 11th. Algol, of course, is in the constellation Perseus, and we know about the Greek myth of Medusa, right? So Medusa was this horrific monster, and actually Medusa's story is quite sad. I've said it many times, but I'm just going to tell you that Medusa was like this. She was very, very beautiful, and she was actually cursed by Athena. She was raped, actually. And then she was cursed by Athena to become this monster, and a hair, writhing with snakes, and and she turned men to stone. Okay, and I miss being here, Luca, and of course all your interactions are very welcome. I don't for once get offended. Okay, please keep that in mind. So as I was saying that, so Medusa was basically turned into a monster, right? And once she was turned into a monster, one look from her eyes would turn any man into stone, So that's interesting. So, and all of these warriors, right, they came and they wanted to destroy Medusa, but they couldn't, because the minute she looked at them and, eye contact happened, bam, they were stones. So now what happened with Perseus is he was intelligent, so he used his shield. Yeah, I would love that. I just try to do whatever I can at the moment, but I don't know. What is this actually? Okay. It's my roller. I thought it was my makeup kit, but it's my roller for my yoga, and that's now become my cat scratch toy. My cat scratched my roller. So I was just wondering, I said, just moved my makeup box. What the hell is there? Anyways, I was saying that Medusa was turned into this monster because she was raped, right? So men would turn to stone with her gaze. And was that her fault with the way she was treated? Was that her fault? Because Lilith and no, that was not a makeup box. That was a roller. It's a roller that you put on the back, and when you're doing asanas, and you just put it on your back, or you can put it anywhere, and it's really good. Yeah, the makeup box is huge. I was looking at that pink purple thing, and I was thinking, what the hell is that? What is that? So as I was saying, that Algol is pure evil, as many ancient civilizations believed. And there's something about Algol that also signifies liberation. A lot of serial killers have been associated to Algol. So remember that a lot of serial killers, Sun conjunct Algol, rising conjunct Algol, and all of that. Dictators as well. Linked to death and suffering, Algol, right? And in fact, I did tell you this, I think, in my other video, that algology, not astrology, algology is actually the study of pain. Algology is the study of pain. So there's something about pain that comes through the stars. There's something about suffering. And I guess this suffering is kind of a key kind of a key that, you know, opens other vistas and other dimensions. And maybe the head is symbolic of our earthly ego, that you know, once this alcohol gets activated, somehow this earthly ego gets, you know, decapitated. This understanding of me, this obsession with me. You know, Taurus can be quite obsessed. Me. So can Krittika Nakshatra. But here, this alcohol energy is about losing that. Oh yeah, I have unending video content. Now I have to make the sun and the moon combination videos again, because I'm getting a ton of requests to remake the sun sign and the moon sign. Algol, yes, Algol, and in English it's Algol, Algol, Algol. And alcohol is also linked to alcohol. Very interesting. It's also linked to alcohol. See how close it is? Alcohol. And alcohology is actually the study of pain. So, I mean, there's this inebriation, there's this, you know, sort of like something very painful. And Pluto is trining this combination of moon and Rahu and alcohol. So, there's this huge, alcohol is the star of transformation. So yes, demonic. It's very demonic, the star, very demonic. Now, in fact, it gives violent deaths. For instance, people who've had their sun conjunct alcohol, many of them have had violent deaths, believe me, and extreme sickness. It can portend extreme sickness, right? I hope I got through all my notes on alcohol over there. Oh yeah, okay. The very important point about Perseus and Medusa once again. Now, the thing with, I told you about Medusa. So, Medusa would turn men into stone, and Perseus tricked her and killed her, right? And decapitated her head and carried it back with him. When he was carrying that head back, right, he had to carry it in a special sack, because if you did not carry it in that special magical sack, no normal sack could contain that head of Medusa. Okay, it could not. It had to be a special sack, right? So, in a sense, why couldn't any sack contain her? Because it was a spirit, the demon that we talk about. The demon and daimon are also often, you know, confused. So I mean that this is, she did not die. Medusa did not die. Even though her head was decapitated, it had to be contained in a special sack so as to, you know, so Perseus could control it to take it back with him. And he used Medusa's head actually through his travels. Now, this is something you may not know, but Perseus used Medusa's head to turn enemies into stone. So, Medusa did not die there. She was carried and she was contained in that sack, and when she was contained in that sack, and Perseus would just take her out and turn his enemies into stone. This is very interesting. He rescued the princess Andromeda with the help of this head from the sea monster, if you know the myth of Andromeda. And ultimately, what did he do with the head? What did he do with the head ultimately? Does anybody know the myth of Medusa? He gave it to Athena, you know, and Athena, she put it in front of her shield so she would remain undefeated. Now this, my friends, this myth kind of is a signifier of Algol's energy. It's feminine power. I mean, I should speak about Lilith here as well. Lilith and Medusa kind of share a storyline. So this feminine power, right? Yeah, true. They were. In fact, alcohol is very important with the Chinese as well. Very important fixed star with the Chinese as well. Now, what I want to tell you is that this feminine power, whether it be, you know, Medusa, whether it be Athena using Medusa, cursing her and then using her head, And then Perseus using her head to gain victory after he decapitated her speaks of this kind of raw feminine power that and the way the feminine power is literally used in the world. Like, it's not given its rightful place. Okay? So, and in a sense, it's been turned evil by patriarchy. And when we think of Algol, it's actually of the nature of Saturn and Jupiter. So that's also a very interesting combination, Saturn and Jupiter. Traditionally, they are not friends. So it's quite interesting there. Now, the fact that Medusa's head was reinforced as a talisman. Can you think of that? The magic and how patriarchy has used, whether the womb or whether it be, our beauty. Men and traditional patriarchy, they have used us. They have used us, then they have decapitated us, and then they have again used us. So it's again this story over and over again. And however, guys, this is going to have a detrimental effect on Corona. New strains and mutations are going to be showing up. New variants are going to pop up. Extreme weather. And Algol trine Pluto, like I told you, is definitely about the deepest, darkest parts of our unconscious that we do not usually access. So that was a bit about Al Ghul, actually, what the Arabs call Al Ghul. And the Jews also have a scary name for Algol. They call it the devil's head or something. And they kind of connect it to Lilith, I think, because Lilith in Jewish, yeah, I was like, this person gets this beautiful girl whose beauty is unparalleled, sort of gets raped, and then she is turned into this monster, into this hideous monster. The Arabs called it Al Ghul, the mischievous one, mischief maker. The name the Arabs gave Algol was mischief maker. And if you look at it, if you really study the stories, you'll see we were talking about Lilith a little while ago, that the Jews call this the devil's head and link it to Lilith, So we see that both Lilith and Medusa, both of them have suffered sexual humiliation, sexual oppression. Lilith was lucky because, Lilith said, I'm not better to reign in hell than, serve in heaven. And she decided to opt out. But poor Medusa was not so lucky. Medusa had to not only be transformed into this hideous thing after she was born. Like when you're born, the gods give you this beauty and you're born with this beauty, and then you're turned into this hideous monster. Can you imagine the PTSD, the CPTSD? Can you imagine that? It's again stories of primordial womanhood. And how we tend to associate the journey of womanhood as a mother, a wife, as we start out our life by being someone's daughter. We don't even have, we even have to change our surnames or our last names. Because we literally, once here we have for X amount of years, we have our father's name, and then we use our father's name, and then we have to take our husband's name, which I didn't actually. I still use my father's name. It's just my name, the name I was born with. And the roles, the labels that women have been given, mother, sister, wife. She's someone's mother, she's someone's sister. When somebody gets raped and people come up with these slogans. But what I feel is that she was a person Forget she was someone's mother. We all born from human beings. So yes, male or female, we are someone's son, we are someone's daughter, we are someone's husband, we are someone's wife, we are someone's mom, we are someone's dad. Yeah, these are the roles we play, fine. But above and beyond, I think she was a human. So Lilith escaped, right? But Medusa couldn't. So there's something about this primordial womanhood that is, I think, calling out to us. With Moon conjunct Algol, Moon being feminine, with Pluto giving us this energy from the unconscious, and Pluto feeding this energy to a very powerful night for sleeping and dreaming. Although traditionally we don't sleep during the eclipse. Honestly, we don't do that. We don't sleep during the eclipse. But, if you must, and if it's your time zone to sleep during the eclipse, just take care that, you do some spiritual practices before you can, wrap up your day or whatever. Just do some spiritual practices, okay? Mantras and all of that, okay? Now, as I said, Perseus is of the nature of Jupiter and Saturn. Yes. I think that this eclipse can offer us that, the time to, not just be someone's mother or someone's wife or someone's sister, but just to be you, a person, a human being, I think that's something that we need to reclaim back, that we need to take back from social constructs and patriarchy. We need to take that back. The concept of the primordial womanhood being vilified. This is something we need to understand, okay? Ultimately, we need to decapitate our ego, believe me. So now how is this eclipse going to play out for all the 12 signs? I think I've done it's almost an hour. So let's get straight to the tarot reading. And after the tarot reading, we can, the eclipse update was pretty interesting. I think I will come live tomorrow for the 2022 general predictions that I want to make that video on. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. But for now, yeah, it's 57 minutes. Can you believe that? I don't know, every single time. Wow, that is so amazing. Okay, so let's get down to 12 signs, okay? Now, how is this eclipse, which is conjunct Algol, conjunct Rahu? Without Rahu, there would be no eclipse. And again, Sun in Scorpio, Vishaka Nakshatra, 3 degrees of Scorpio, Moon in its ultimate exaltation. So there's obviously something here, because if Algol is placed here and Moon is in its complete exaltation here in the Vedic system, and there must be something with Moon being feminine. So I think there's something that's quite powerful here that we have to think about, that the feminine energy is quite powerful today, So practices like Shakti Puja, goddess worship, learning about Yoni Puja, Yoni Tantra, all of this is going to be super powerful. So let us not waste any more time. You can look for Sun, Moon, Ascendant. If you believe in sun signs, you can look for your Sun, but I suggest you get to know your Moon and your Rising, which is equally important. So I'm going to do a little tarot reading for all the 12 signs. Bam, bam, bam. If I feel like, I need more clarity for a particular sign, then yeah, I'm going to pull more cards. But essentially, let's just keep it like, I think, 2 cards for each sign. Still 12 signs, Like, wow. So Aries, bam. Regret, loss, missing someone. You feel like, whatever's in front of you is not enough. You have this pain inside of you. You're not ready to face yourself. You're not ready to face someone. You're in this kind of, like, I don't know, you're like thinking to yourself, I don't know what I want to do. I miss this person. I miss this situation. And it's too late. But let's see what Spirit wants you to know. It's not too late. Pages are always immature energy. So there's possibly this, could be a person, of course, air sign. But for some of you, I guess, this is about beginning that quest of clearing the thoughts. Because once you clear your thoughts, your emotions pretty much sort themselves out. So maybe a new beginning, a cutting away at all of this lethargy that you feel, this kind of, I don't know what to do, I'm kind of stagnating. I don't know what to, what to believe in. I don't know what to believe in, who to believe in. Now, Taurus, very important for you. This is your eclipse after all. Wow. Money coming your way. If you've been working on an idea, it's going to come full circle, full cycle, and you're going to reap the benefits. Believe me, you're going to be pretty happy about this. It's one of the best cards of Tarot, 10 of Pentacles. It's like, wow. Queen of Pentacles. Imagine this. Taurus, you guys are going to make so much money. And I want some of it. I predicted it here. Yay, don't forget. Don't forget to donate, Taurus. But seriously, money. I see money for you guys, okay? Now, Gemini. Yeah. Okay, Gemini. I made a weird face. Just saw myself. And I was like, oh my God, did I make that face? And yes, I did. Okay, now Gemini. Let's see what card do we have for you. And this is the card of Gemini. It's a Lovers. So, wow. The Lovers is about love, loving and romance and all of that in a way. But it's also about this duality that we have within us, that we need our higher self to coordinate the anima and the animus, the male and the female, the intuition, creativity, logic, analysis, all of this inside of us. And this honestly is a Hieros Gamos, or a sacred alchemical marriage that's happening for you. Yet you feel overburdened. It could be a relationship situation that's happening, Gemini, and you feel like extreme pressure, like, what's going on? Do I need to walk away? Do I need to stay in this? And it feels like if you're going to stay, it feels like the workload is getting harder and harder, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Is it the wise thing to do to walk away? Eclipse in your 12th house. I mean, a lot of stuff's going to pop up. Whole sign houses, of course, at all times. Now, what do we have? We have Cancerians. You guys are beautiful, and you have this really special relationship with Taurus. It's the 11th house from you. It's really special, and you're like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to come across? And all of that. Let's see. Taurus eclipses, 11th house. Let's see what happens. A kind of a heartbreak. Maybe, the person you love is in love with somebody else. So that could be a possibility, that, somebody you're in love with is in love with somebody else, or you're in love with, or you're in love with two people, or some kind of crazy triangle, love triangle is going on, okay? So, second card, the card of Mercury. Wow. Okay, Leo, I think it's Cancer, yeah, Cancer. So, although there is going to be a heartbreak, but there is also going to be some kind of magic, or this just the appearance of somebody who's like a magician, somebody who's like, really powerful. And they come and they literally help you out with solving the situation, or you leave this menage a trois, or whatever, this complicated love triangle, and you just want to, hop on to someone new or a new experience. Magician also signifies healing, Don't forget that. Massive healing, because it's a very healing component. So that's there. Now we've got Leo. I am a Leo rising and a Leo Venus and a Leo Mercury and a Leo Saturn. I mean, in my Vedic, and of course in my tropical chart, I am a Leo Sun, a Leo Mercury, a Leo Venus, and a Leo, no, not a Leo Venus, a Leo Mercury, yes, at 26 degrees, a Leo Saturn at 29 degrees, and I think the Leo, yeah, okay, cool. So for you, it's like, connect with your dad tonight if you can, or someone who's been your father figure, you know. So Leo people, what can we expect for you guys? You're moving away. I'm not doing tarot reading for everybody. I mean, just general public. You have to book a reading for that. That day I was doing it incidentally, but not today. So we are, Leos, my brothers and sisters, we are moving away from a turbulent time into this time of, oh wow, like practically saying hello to my Mercury. So that's pretty neat. And about 3 degrees away from my Saturn. So here, Leos, moving away from turbulence. All the stuff's done, the work's done. Yes, there are certain last minute things that you need to look at and things that you need to work through. But the workload is done pretty much, you know. So let's just concentrate on getting out of the storm into a place of revelation, intuition, into this place of magic, into this place of, you know, yes, absolutely. So yeah, you know, nice energy, Leos. Move away from turbulence into this deeply sacred, feminine energy. That, yeah, alcohol can be destructive, but alcohol can also be creative. We are getting there. So we are getting there to Capricorn. Believe me, we have time. Virgos. Virgo. Okay, Virgos. All right, Virgos, you're gonna feel a little bit left out, like you know, people close to you are not acknowledging, and you know, you should go out there and ask for some kind of help from the people that you know you're close to, or people who love you. It's okay, because you may feel like, oh, they don't want me, but you don't know that they may want you, and I have a feeling they do want you. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. It's like, yeah, they do want you, and if you let go, and you know, Krittika Nakshatra is all about letting go and cutting away the scissors, the cookery. If you let go, then you are going to come into power. And I believe for Virgos, see how earth signs are always pull pentacles, air signs are always pulling swords. It's crazy. And you see how this goes? You see how this goes? That if you allow yourself to ask for help and go into that warm little, you know, maybe it's a church, maybe it's a friend's place, maybe it's you know, your parents or somebody. You don't have to feel like you're handicapped. You don't have to feel like you're disabled in some way, and you don't have to feel like left out and hungry. While you see that, you know, people who you are close to are possibly feeling bad, they can't help you. So there is definitely this part of you that needs to ask for help, Virgo, to come onto this power level, into this gig, which is King of Pentacles. So you pretty much have the abundance that you need. You have created that abundance because, you know, I know how hard you work, Virgo. Now, I have tons of planets in my Virgo, in the tropical system, and in my Vedic system. Like, I have my Rahu in Virgo, everything else in Leo pretty much, and my moon in Aquarius. And thank you. And what happened with me is, why I understand Virgo energy. People are like, okay, in your Vedic chart, you don't have much Virgo. So how do you understand the Virgo energy? Very, very simple. I have my, thank you, Luca. I would do this every day if I could. if I get a patron who would support me and my streams, then I could get on board more often. So patrons out there, please drop me an email so we could discuss this, okay? And of course, I take commissions for content. So if there's any kind of content that you want developed, to get in touch with me. Now back to what I was saying. Why do I understand the Virgo energy? It's because my moon is in Aquarius in Satavisha Nakshatra, and Satavisha Nakshatra is ruled by Rahu. So I automatically understand, and my Rahu is of course in Virgo. So yay to that. I understand the Virgo energy, guys. I'm emotionally attached to the Virgo energy. So I know maybe it's time to literally ask for help. Oopsie, my cards are like, yeah, are we almost like, do this, having a party. Now, Libra. Libra, my beloved Libra, the spawn of Venus. Yeah, I would love that. I need a producer, and I need like, some solid backing. But however, hopefully that I will be working on my erotic astrology content with someone called Adam. Let's see if it works out or not. Yeah, I love slapping those cards so much. Oh, and they've been with me. Not like they're new or something. They're old as I am almost. But yeah, you get the, not as old as I am. But I'm way older. But half of my life literally. Like they are old, and I love to slap them, and they love it too. So where was I? Libra, the spawn of Venus. Wow. God of Sagittarius, powerful, patience. Please, Librans, don't go out there. Don't go out there. Don't, push something, because alchemy is happening, whether you know it or not. It's about you having patience. So please don't hurry things up. Please relax. Okay, and the second card is, wow, you are chasing too many things in one go. You're not stopping, you're not contemplating, you're not allowing Archangel Gabriel to heal you. You're literally running after too many things, Libra. And that is not going to help you. That is just going to drain you. Drain you, right? And this is your 8th house too that we're talking about. The eclipse is in the 8th house. So it's going to be pretty hard, Libra, if you are not careful. And 8th house is all things hidden. Now, what do we have? Okay, we got Libra, we got Scorpio. Of course, Sun is in Scorpio. In both the systems, in the tropical system, it's at 27 degrees. In the Vedic system, Sun is at 3 degrees of Scorpio in Vishakha Nakshatra, combusting Mercury. Oh, a Mercury combust. So yeah, for Venus in Virgo, it's combust Mercury. Interesting. Complications with your sign. Whenever Mercury is combust, just feels like that. Now, where were we? Scorpio. Let's see my Scorpios. Wow. Looks like there's going to be some kind of intensity with someone who's a fire sign. Someone maybe who's Leo, Scorpios maybe. And you're going to be like, oh, and this person's like so creative and like a go-getter and a powerful person, and a lot of chemistry. Some of you, it's solidification of a creative idea, but you still have to fend for yourself. You still have to stand, I can't say stand down. You have to hold fort, and you have to, hold fort, literally, hold fort, okay? You know that you have everything that you need. You see all those sticks, those wands. So you've got everything you need, but you've got to show courage. You've got to show determination, Scorpio. And you have courage. You're very courageous. Nobody can take that away from you. You're the ninth home for Mars. You're very powerful. Very powerful. Okay, now who do we have? Sag. There is going to be somebody coming into your life. Somebody a bit like, very, very intellectual. Very quick to talk, very good conversationalist, has a lot of ideas, may even, cut through all this bullshit and frills that you may have gathered, and this person may be able to just strip that down and give you a good heads up as to what's going to happen. And FYI, you sometimes need that. And like I told you, that your ruler Jupiter is very debilitated. So that's something, right? Now we've got your clarifier, and there's going to be some news about money, new investments, new maybe ideas, or a person who comes and really helps you with this starting with something new. Or could be somebody younger that you suddenly get attracted to, and you're like, oh my god, I'm attracted to that person. And yeah, thank you. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and share my work, which is really a huge body of work. It's a big body of work, that I have. Thousands of videos. Okay, enough. Capricorn, right? Okay, Capricorn, let's get to you. Okay, somehow you feel like, nothing's working out the way you want it to work out. Although people watching you may feel like you're being handed the golden chance, and yet you refuse to see it in some way, because you think that this is not for you, or this is not what you are looking for, and you're like dejected. But you don't see, you're not counting your blessings. You see, this Four of Cups, sadly, is a card that pops up, and there's lack of gratitude. And I, for one, don't like pulling that card, but came out for you. So now we have the second clarifier, and it could be about a relationship, Capricorn. This relationship that you feel like, nah, I'm not going to go for it. Could be very well a soulmate. Okay, a twin flame, I'm not going to say, because twin flames are very rare. But could possibly be a soulmate connection, Capricorn. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't think so. It's too much. I don't know if that's the right person for me. And this person's like the person for you. Oh, I don't know if it's the right job for me. It's the right job for you. I don't know if I'm supposed to, do this business with this person. This person's proposing all of this. It is a good proposition. Check it out. Don't just reject it because of preconceived notions. Aquarius. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And Jupiter, this is the card of Jupiter, and Jupiter is like your soul ruler, Aquarius. It's going to be pretty interesting. But Wheel of Fortune, even in reverse, I mean, blessings may be late. You may have to have more patience, but blessings are on the way. Wheel of Fortune is like karma has been set on motion. Thank you. Yeah, it's ages ago. And I want to do this every day. If I could, I would. But you're acting like a miser, Aquarius, maybe with emotions or feelings. And someone's not buying it, and someone's really unhappy with that. And you're being miserly. Being miserly maybe with your time, maybe with... You're not really the kind to be miserly with money. I don't believe it, even though it's Pentacles. But I think there's some other kind of stinginess that you're showing. Pisces, of course, the last one. And healing. I think you're going to be the Queen of Pentacles, Pisces. This, and I mean, after all, Taurus is your third house. In your local communities, you may be seen as quite the healer. And look, again, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups and Ace of Cups. So yeah, some of you could be getting pregnant. Men too. This could be your wife, another water sign person. Like really somebody you meet and you start to really, or I think it's somebody you've already met, and some of you are going to get into that engagement and commitment stage and all of that. And for some of you, it's going to be pregnancy. Pisces, although it is not in your fourth or fifth house. Fourth house is traditionally conception, fifth house, but I still believe that some of you would definitely, going to get pregnant. And getting pregnant from somebody in your neighborhood is a possibility. So now I'm going to have to sign off now because, I almost feel woozy. And Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It means literally the world to me, because here I am trying to grow my channel from scratch, and you know it's not easy when oh, Luke, I'm so glad you're back. I thought I mean, I really missed you all this while when you were not on the live. It's like, where is this guy? You know, where the hell is he gone? But anyway, now that you're back, hopefully you're not going to disappear, Luca, because it's always nice to have a friend who sort of followed my journey since the very beginning on YouTube. And you guys, all of you watching, oh my God, all of you watching, please, hair always tends to get caught on these sequins, and then you're like, oh my God, you're always getting caught. So yeah, I'm launching a new clothing label. Some of you are aware of that. And I'm going to be shooting, I'll be modeling the clothes that we designed, me and my partner, Farzana. She's one of my best friends. No, Luca, I may come back later. You know what? I may come back later because I have got that, video to make, the 2021 predictions. But I don't think I'm going to hurry up. I'm just going to take it slow. If today I can't come back, you know what? I'm going to come back tomorrow. And people who want to help me, please donate. About me, I don't know, just a boring person who does astrology and tarot and, you know, tantra and mantra. Just a boring person on YouTube. But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I am designing tons of tops like this and tons of tops like this and stuff. Okay, another thing I just want to run by you guys is that you remember my sun and moon combination videos, right? They're quite popular, and every day I get requests because the sound was bad and my dogs were barking. So I get a lot of requests asking me to redo that whole box set. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I could try to redo that whole thing again. You know, like Aries sun with Aries moon, Aries sun with Taurus moon, Aries sun with like Gemini moon, and like that. You know, I think that I may need to redo that because people are asking me to redo that whole box set. So thank you. Please don't forget to revisit the videos because it really means the world to me. Even one hit means a lot to me. So I'm not gonna lie. Everything counts. Everything counts. Literally, every hit counts. Okay. So for a YouTuber like myself, everything counts. Believe me. So please book your readings. If you want to help me in some way, donate. tina@tinahills.com. If you don't have the resources to donate, no problem. Just join my lives, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, I have thousands of articles on my blogs. I've got like literally thousands of videos on YouTube. So check that out. And I hope you like this little last minute video that I just made on the eclipse. And oh, that is so nice. If you guys want custom clothing designed, I do that also, custom design. Okay, so if you guys want custom design, please get in touch with me. And I'm always here to help you. If you need a reading, if you need my email, tina@tinahills.com. So, oh my God. Now say Om Drang Dring Drong Sa Shukraya Namaha. Om Drang. No, actually you can just email me. I know. Just say Om Drang Dring Drong Sa Shukraya Namaha. Om Drang Dring Drong Sa Shukraya Namaha. Om Drang Dring Drong Sa Shukraya Namaha. That is the Venus Beej mantra. So yes, my website you can book, but I don't have all the latest. You know, my website is not updated. I'm offering a lot more stuff. So if you want a reading, ideally send me an email, and I have a generic message that I send to everybody, and I'm going to send that to you, and detailing the kind of readings that I do. So if you're interested, you can totally email me. and I'll fit you right in. Okay, so that's it, guys. It's the day of Venus, and oh yeah, mwah. Absolutely. Okay, take care. Bye. I hope you guys are liking my shorts, by the way. I just may make a short today later on with some beautiful with some beautiful clothing. Let's see, hopefully. I'm really hungry right now, so I have to run. Take care, guys. Please don't stop watching my videos. Oh my God, astrology, tarot. My hobbies are my living. You know, whatever is my hobby, whatever I do, it's my living. Take care. Bye, guys. See you soon.